Isn't it funny how something can appear completely different just by seeing it in another way? Is it big or small? And sometimes, if you look at a thing just right, you might see it in a way no one ever has. The world is full of surprises. You just have to know where to look.
The Chrysler Town & Country LXI. Luxury from an entirely new perspective.
Eat football, sleep football, drink Coca-Cola!
The Coca-Cola NFL Red Zone. You could win an official team jacket, 2 tickets to Super Bowl 31, or the grand prize, tickets and travel to the Super Bowl for life. Look under specially marked Coca-Cola Classic bottle caps or can tabs and watch ABC's Monday Night Football for the official Coca-Cola NFL Red Zone number after each game. And if the numbers match, you could win.
Eat football, sleep football, drink Coca-Cola!
My mama, she makes the best chicken cacciatore this side of Italy. The best! But sometimes I get heartburn from my mama's cacciatore. So before I come over, I take a Pepsi AC. Forgive me, Mama.
My son loves my chicken cacciatore. But me, after one helping, oh, the indigestions. I have to take a Pepsi AC.
Before a meal or after, Pepsi AC lets you eat the food you love.
Guarda che faccia sto figlio mio.
You can be heartburn-free with Pepsi AC.
Feel the love again. For the first time on network television, The Lion King, coming to ABC Sunday.
Special event coming your way on Thursday night in primetime here at ABC, the U.S. Pro Figure Skating Championships featuring Katerina Gordieva and Rudy Galindo. Christy Yamaguchi will be there, Katarina Vip, Dorothy Hamill, and others this Thursday night in primetime right here on ABC. Vikings kick off as Mitch Berger sends it down to the 2-yard line. Bobby Ingram coming straight up the middle, finds a seam, and then Berger upends him, and a flag goes down at the 37-yard line. But he ball is loose. And I think I saw one of the officials say that the ball was not a fumble, that the ground caused it, and it will be Chicago's football, no matter who comes up with it at the bottom of the pile. Flag down at the 27. Berger making the tackle, and the ground causing the fumble. However, the penalty will take Chicago back. It's holding against the Bears.
Fumble. Player is ruled down by contact. During the return, holding number 92, 10 yards. That'll be a first down. Timeout.
Barry Minter. 1:39 left in the third. It's the Bears by a deuce.
That isn't the last one, is it?
Yeah, why?
Did I mention that I found the negatives from your bachelor party?
Yeah. Shame if Carla found out about that whole Niagara thing.
Can you say cubic zirconia?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Room service.
Prudential has helped protect and support families for over 120 years. With the largest capital base of any life insurance company in America. We've always been there for families, paying over 85 million claims. Today, Prudential touches 1 out of every 5 people in America. People think we have quite a history, but all we've ever really done is help insure the future. The Rock, we've been there, we'll be there.
Instead of always being one thing or the other, can something be one thing and another?
The Chrysler Town & Country LXI. Now J.D. Power & Associates' most appealing minivan, the Chrysler Town & Country. It's nothing short of everything.
Warren Moon has had his right ankle retaped. I was watching him earlier, and he was trying to drop back and setting up on that right ankle, and he was actually wincing. He's able to do it, but it's hurting him. Now Chicago begins from at 17 late in the third quarter. Minnesota leading by 2, and that's caught by Jennings, the tight end, and he takes it up to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Vikings trying to keep pace with Green Bay and stay a game back of the Packers in the NFC Central. And Chicago trying to keep its flickering hopes alive with a mark of 2-5 coming in.
Well, this is where, when you've got the big offensive line and the power game, you try to utilize it.
2nd and 3, and this is Raymond Harris taking it up to the 28 and close to a 1st down. And he has one. 1st down, Chicago. Craig tapping his helmet saying, get me the play. I want to hear the play. And Ivan Fears is the man who barks it in. Well, he looks up at the clock. He's down to 10 seconds now. He really can't change it at this point. From the 28-yard line. This is Harris taking it up to the 34. 56-yard pickup on what will be the final play of the third period. So the clock ticks down.
Looked like exactly the same play that they ran prior to that to pick up the 1st down. You don't see that all that often. It's refreshing to see. If it worked, go back to it and go back to it again.
End of 3. Chicago leading 15-13, and Monday Night Football returns after this from our ABC stations.
Wednesday, it's a subject not easy to talk about. Cancer. Our own family here at Prime Time, myself included, for the first time share our most personal experiences. How it touched us may touch you and may help you. Very special Prime Time Wednesday.
So there comes a time in a person's life when they have to drive over the pass. Yeah, you know the one. 32 switchbacks, no guardrails, snow most of the time. Well, I wouldn't attempt this feat in my old college car. But now, since I got a sweet deal on this totally redesigned Escort, I have the security of safety cell construction, dual airbags, and front-wheel drive. Plus an engine with more power than Honda or Toyota. So now I'm known to even pass on the pass.
The odds of being struck by lightning twice are about 1 in 94.3 million. Elwood Wagner has been struck 4 times.
Oh, no.
Hey guys, forget that empty feeling.
We've got enough to fill up.
There's a place where less is more. It's on a road less traveled, so what are you waiting for? There's nothing ordinary about it.
When it comes to making your money go the extra mile, there's nothing like the new extreme value combos at Taco Bell, starting at just $1.99.
Hey, nothing ordinary about it. Taco Bell.
Sports scores and more. Dave Tester and Channel 6 News.
Fourth quarter, Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, Dan Deerdorf, Lynn Swan, Metrodome, where Chicago has a 2nd down 4 from the 34 and a 2-point lead. And trying to get out of the backfield is Raymond Harris, who's pursued well and tackled at the 36 by Jeff Brady. Lynn Swan, what's new?
Well, Al, as Frank was saying, Warren Moon's left ankle is giving him the problem. When he takes his drop back, he can't put that weight on the right ankle. He can't push off and throw. If he goes back into the ball game and tries that, it'll be all arm. He won't be as effective. But as soon as he finished, I noticed that Brad Johnson put his headgear back on. Well, Al, as Frank was saying, Warren Moon's left ankle is giving him the problem. When he takes his drop back, he can't put that weight on the right ankle. He can't push off and throw. If he goes back into the ball game and tries that, it'll be all arm. He won't be as effective. But as soon as he finished, I noticed that Brad Johnson put his headgear back on. He's had it off most of the day. He continues to warm up, so don't be surprised if Johnson goes into the ball game.
And Brad led him to a couple of victories earlier this season. 3rd down and 2. Craig throws, and it's caught by Timpson at midfield for a Chicago first down. Dwayne Washington makes the stop. That's a 14-yard pickup.
Pretty good throw. Craig under duress, and a great catch. Well, if you want to see, dive for that one. If you want to see how fast Dave Craig can run, have John Randall chasing him. That will spur you on. John Randall, number 93, is digging after Dave Craig, and Dave did not want to be caught by probably the most explosive defensive tackle in football, John Randall, who's, I think, had more than his share of hard work cut out for him tonight by this Bear offensive line. They're neutralizing Randall.
1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. And Craig flips one the other way, caught by Carter. Popped out of bounds by Corey Fuller.
He actually was out of bounds, which was a little bit of a break. He would have lost a couple of yards had they ruled that in.
Yep.
It was just to get rid of it by Craig.
Back to the 50 it goes, 2nd down and 10 with a minute and a half having gone by in the 4th period. Blitz as Griffith popped through, and this is Raymond Harris taking it to the 48-yard line, setting up a 3rd and 8.
Vikings thinking pass, but the blitz is just as many times as effective on the run, hitting all the gaps as it was there. Tom Olivetti.
Tom, a long-time Miami Dolphin defensive coordinator. You used to think the words much maligned were part of his name. And Tom coaching the inside linebackers with Coach Fazio, the defensive coordinator. Craig with that hard count, drawing.
Well, I think we had
Vikings off.
Well, we had a false start against Chicago too. Right there, Valerio came up out of his stance. Was he drawn by the Vikings though? Keep in mind that can, you know, a couple of years ago they changed that rule around. That if they determine he was drawn by someone from Minnesota being in the neutral zone, it can go against the Vikings. Well, Martin Harrison was across the line of scrimmage. There's no question about that, number 91. But they'll have to determine that Harrison's movement caused Valerio to go.
59. False start. Number 80. Prior to the defense moving into the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Conway says who?
Conway says me. I think they've got the wrong number. Randall is across the ball, and then Valerio comes up out of his stance. And what Curtis Conway had to do with that, huh? Let's see. I'm just doing nothing, hanging out here. I think Curtis was misidentified.
Yes. 3rd down and 13 from the 47-yard line. Craig dumps it to Carter, and he gets buried by Dixon Edwards. They'll punt.
Craig had to dump that off, and Carter was the sacrificial lamb. That is back to Dixon Edwards, and he was drilled. And now all eyes will fixate upon the right ankle of Warren Moon. Well, he's not going back in. I don't think. He's got a cap on. And you don't think he's going to do it here? I think we're going to see Brad Johnson.
Here's Sauerbrun's kick. He tries to angle it and gets a great hop as it bounces sideways and is down at the 8-yard line. So the Vikings are pinned deep. 43-yard kick.
AT&T presents A World Without Limits.
What team holds the record for consecutive division titles won? Stay tuned.
If you're ready to do business on the internet, and you're wondering where to start, then the fastest growing internet provider in America invites you to get on board. Now, no matter what size your business is, AT&T makes it easy to catch the wave.
The Los Angeles Rams' remarkable run of 7 straight years atop the NFC West remains the benchmark for divisional domination. From 1973 through 79, the Rams won the West with young Turks and old pros and capped a decade of domination with a trip to Super Bowl 15.
A demonstration of the remarkable performance of the V8 Intech-powered Lincoln Continental. With a luxurious leather and wood-trimmed interior and amenities like a 2-person memory profile system and 6-way power seats, Continental can do 0 to completely spoiled in 4.5 seconds. The front-wheel drive Lincoln Continental.
Hey, good sporting. Dave Tester, hoping you're enjoying tonight's Monday night matchup. This evening on the news, we will tell you about the Broncos' next football game with Fresno State and their coach going for win 200.
Well, Warren Moon with the cap on, and Brad Johnson takes over, and Moon got hurt in the opener, and Johnson led them to a win against Detroit, led them to a win the next week against Atlanta, and has played sparingly since. But Brad, with his team down by 2, starts this drive by handing the ball to Charles Evans, who takes it up to the 13-yard line. Brad Johnson, his number is right there, and he's trying to guide a team that is used to coming from behind. The Vikings this season have won 3 games in which they've trailed going into the 4th quarter, and another in which they were tied going into the 4th, that against Chicago.
Johnson's a big one, 6'5", 220 pounds. 9th round draft pick in '92 out of Florida State.
2nd and 5. Here come the Bears, and they pick up the blitz, and the catch is made up at the 16 by Amp Lee, but short of the first down. Tackled by Marty Carter.
That goes with the territory. You bring a quarterback in with as little experience as Brad Johnson has had. First thing you do, you find out if he can deal with the blitz. We'll see that a couple of times. He handled that rather well.
Cox gets picked up partially by Jeff Christie, the center. See, he gets a piece of him at the last minute, just enough to kick him sideways.
3rd and 3 with 3 receivers set to the left side. He comes to Qadry Ismail the other way and picks up the first down.
Boy, and Joe Kane is arguing that he was still alive as he was moving backwards, but the official ruled that his forward progress came to a halt and blew the play dead there. Ismail certainly was acting like he heard the whistle as he just backpedaled out of bounds.
Fontenot almost got a hand on that. Bears defensive end.
Minnesota 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Johnson guns one to Amp Lee. That's a 12-yard gain in the first down with 10:04 left in the 4th quarter, and the Bears up by 2. And Smith goes nuclear.
Did they throw a flag?
He's acting like they did.
He is. I can't see one. But Vincent Smith certainly acting like one was thrown.
There was a flag thrown. Now the question is, did one official have a better angle and will overrule the flag here?
I don't know.
He hardly brutalized him.
Ooh, did he touch that official right there?
That's not good.
There's no infraction on the play. The player fell down. There was no unnecessary roughness. Down.
Well, I think that is a very good non-call. I think we'd all agree that Vincent Smith did not attack the receiver. Where he almost blew it was making contact with an official after the play was over.
Well, that's still reviewable over the coming week.
1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Short drop. Jake Reed continues a big night with an 8-yard pickup. Marty Carter and Walt Harris converge on the tackle.
And there's a
flag goes down as Reed makes his 9th catch.
Now this happened back.
Somebody's going to get thrown out of the game.
This happened back. This had nothing to do with the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Put his thumb up, and that would indicate somebody's going.
This was something that was said.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 55. Defense. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Did he say he was disqualified?
He does. Yeah, he is. He's gone. So they pick up the flag on Smith on the previous play, but obviously he's still heated on the next play.
Let's take a look at this. In the middle of our screen is Joe Kane. Vincent Smith, rather. Oh, he gets leveled. He gets leveled. Is that Smith that got leveled at the conclusion of that play? And he goes right to the referee. I couldn't see which one of the Vikings it was that dropped him.
Well, if he got leveled on that play, he must have made contact with the referee or said something subsequent to it. 1st down at the 45-yard line as Johnson sets up the screen. Amp Lee gets a nice block, chased by Cox, and Amp Lee takes it deep into Chicago territory, and a flag is down back at the line of scrimmage.
Well, if they don't bring it back, that's about as pretty a screen as you would ever want to see, and I think they are going to bring it back.
He took it to the 20-yard line, but everybody's coming back to midfield. Holding against the Vikings. Nullifies a 25-yard gain.
The Vikings continue to shoot themselves in the foot with the flags.
Holding. Number 64. Offense. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
Randy McDaniel, the best in the business. Started the last 7 Pro Bowls as McDaniel. I've heard you refer to him, Dan, as just about as good as they get. He gets the flag.
Ball back at the 45-yard line.
I don't know how much better a guy can be when you start 7 consecutive Pro Bowls.
Johnson throws, and somehow it's caught by Carter.
Oh, he took that away from
the
Wolford.
42-yard line.
Chris Carter just took that away from Donnell Wolford. Wolford had it in his sights. He still can't believe it. Chris Carter, big, strong, athletic receiver. Watch Donnell Wolford. He thought he had an interception here. Driving on the ball. Carter says, it's mine, babe.
Boy, he can get more done with one hand. All right, here is at the end of the play. Vincent Smith, 55. He goes up to that official, and he says something. He says something to Tom White right there that gets, he was going up to protest the fact that he was hit, what he thought was after the play.
As Johnson on 2nd down and 7 unloads, and it's incomplete, intended for Jake Reed. Walt Harris staying with him for 10 seconds.
Well, I'll tell you, a quarterback has a great luxury with these 2 big receivers, Reed on one side, Carter on the other. They can throw it up when they have to get rid of the football into coverage, and they know that their guy has a pretty good shot at coming down with it.
.8:19 left in the 4th, and here was Vincent Smith trying to plead his case with Wanstead.
Well, I'm sure that he feels completely victimized here. He feels that what started this was a late hit against the Vikings.
3rd and 7. Johnson under duress hits Amp Lee, and Minifield has him by the ankle. The ball is loose at the 36-yard line.
The Vikings recover it.
They have it, but it's a little short of the 1st down.
This will be an interesting call for the Vikings if they are indeed in possession and a little short.
They will be. It'll be 4th and 1. And if you're looking at a field goal here, it's 54 yards for Sisson. With 7:40 left in the 4th quarter. 4th and 1, and Moon wants a timeout from the bench.
Well, they got down to 9 seconds on the play clock. They had no choice.
John Jurek recovered it, number 66. Well, Moon was signaling for a timeout, but they're not taking a timeout.
Now they've reset the play clock. They'd made a mistake on it. Moon saw the play clock. They reset it at 25. Now they're going to run a play.
4th down, short 2. Bears are running off and on the field, and Chicago has to take a timeout. So Chicago had the wrong people on the field. Timeout. 7:25 left in the 4th.
The choice between a sedan and a wagon used to be quite simple. You choose the sedan if you wanted style, the wagon if you wanted more room. That is until Mercury came up with the stylish Sable wagon and the roomy Sable sedan. So to make the choice a little easier for you, we gave them both the same affordable price. Problem solved.
Imagine yourself in a Mercury.
Tender grilled chicken, fresh lettuce and tomato, a bakery soft roll. McDonald's new grilled chicken deluxe is loaded with the stuff grown-ups love, inspiring a truly adult emotion, lust.
Oh, baby.
It's McDonald's with a grown-up taste.
Well, this concludes our tour of the Bud Light Brewery. Thank you very, very much.
Hey, look, everybody. It's a new guy.
Hey, new guy.
Where?
New guy?
Hey, new guy. Name's Jim. Been here since September '93. This here's Fred. He took the tour in '92.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Welcome to paradise.
Make it a Bud Light.
You need anything from the outside, I'm the guy you see. Okay? Chips, pretzels.
It was a bad arrest.
If it's the wrong guy in the joint, he is supposed to come out.
An all-new Blue.
Don't give me hope and just walk away like this.
ABC Tuesday, viewer discretion advised.
Play of the game coming up here on 4th down and 2 at the 36-yard line for the Minnesota Vikings, who trail by 2 with 7:25 left in the 4th quarter. Scott Sisson, the field goal kicker, looks on from the sideline. Short 2 they need on 4th down. And they get it on a pass to Carter. They get 3. Chris Carter bumped out by Marty Carter.
And well delivered by Brad Johnson. Gutsy call and a good one. You go to your clutch receiver. Even though he's had a little problem, little crossing pattern there. One time or another you might call that a pick, but they don't call it a pick anymore. Very effective crossing pattern.
Brad Johnson 7 out of 8 for 49 yards on this drive. Stumbles. Then a 2-hand flip forward into the arms of Charles Evans, who turns it into a 4-yard gain. A different variation of the old Lee Gross Cup shovel pass right there.
That one got shot right between 2 defenders. Pretty heads-up play by Brad Johnson. Not sure that's the way Brian Billick threw it. Johnson stumbles, almost goes down.
He had a rough time on this play.
No, I do not think that's the way they worked on it all week.
The old medicine ball routine. 2nd down and 6 from the 29-yard line. Amp Lee for a couple to the 27, setting up another critical 3rd down call here.
Boy, he was whacked by Brian Cox there. Well, you could hear that one rumbling all the way upstairs.
And now within field goal range, you're in the passing situation. You got to think you're going to go to your big guys on the outside. The high percentage stuff, if they're not open, you throw it away. Settle for the field goal attempt.
Third and a long 3 at the 27-yard line. 5:45 left in the fourth. And they go to Reed this time. The same play in which Carter picked up the first down. Same side of the field. This time it's Jake for the first. He beats Walt Harris.
Harris even laying off on that. He knew exactly the yardage that Reed had to pick up. Just playing a little loose. And a good delivery there by Brad Johnson.
The Vikings being successful throwing the football, even though they have no running game to speak of. With the loss of Robert Smith, they're having to do it almost entirely through the air.
Reed with a career-high 10 catches, and now this is Graham for a couple. Scotty Graham down to the 15-yard line. Next week, Oakland is the site. The Raiders have won 3 straight. Jeff Hostetler looked terrific last Monday night against San Diego, against the red-hot Denver Broncos, who blew the Chiefs away yesterday. John Elway, the brilliant young running back Terrell Davis and company. Broncos, Raiders from Oakland next Monday night.
I'm not sure John Elway has ever played football better than he's playing it this year.
Unbelievable. 2nd down and 7 at the 15-yard line. Kane jumps back onside, but a flag goes down before the snap.
I think Kane's going to say that he got David Frisch, the tight end, to flinch. This has been a busy night for Tom White and his gang.
False start. Moving prior to snap. Number 80, offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
When in doubt, he calls number 80.
Yeah.
Tom White.
It had to do with an 8.
That's right. Conway on one side, Carter on the other. Chip Myers in consultation right there with David Frisch.
4 wides now for Minnesota. Here comes the
blitz. Jailbreak, and they knock down Amp Lee as Marty Carter tackles him at the 26. Boy, you could see everybody in a white shirt coming, and they anticipated the snap count perfectly.
And they saw the 4 wides. This is something they've worked on. They know they do not have enough people to pick them all up. They get right into the quarterback's face, Brad Johnson. Here they come. Marty Carter, 23, 20 is Carrier.
You know, it's just a game of chess. That was not the time to run a play in the middle. If you'd have run some sort of a quick screen to the outside, you might have had a lot of success.
Here they come again.
And there goes Corey Stringer.
Saw the big right tackle move.
False start. Number 77 offense. Moving prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And they're getting into field goal range trouble.
The bottom of your screen. Not a hard one to call.
That was Marty Carter jumping up there from his safety position. Corey Stringer straightened up, got the flag.
Makes it 3rd and 22. They've been pushed back to the 30. 15th play of the drive. 4 minutes to go. And his arm is hit, and it's incomplete at the 26-yard line. Brian Cox came in and hit Johnson's arm. And now on 4th down and 22, in comes Scott Sisson to attempt what will be about a 48-yard field goal. 9 for 9 this season in the 4th quarter.
The 2 penalties were very costly and very disturbing for this young man.
It'll be a 48-yarder. Berger to put it down. And Sisson has it blocked. It's blocked by Walt Harris. And then Donnell Wolford picks it up. The rookie #1 draft choice from Mississippi State, a guy they traded up to get as a cornerback, makes the biggest play of the game on special teams.
Well, what a night for the Chicago Bears and their special teams. Danny Abramowitz has to be up in the clouds. They block a punt for a safety, and now they block a critical field goal Huge night so far for the Bears on their special teams.
Bears just overloading the right side.
You had Harris and you had Carter behind him.
Harris got it.
Yep.
Harris got it with his left hand.
And if he didn't get it, Carter would have gotten it. They had two guys in there.
Minifield got the punt. Harris got the field goal.
From the 44-yard line on first down, they're trying to eat some of the clock. Raymond Harris picks up a yard or so. Walt Harris, busy night.
Guess that makes up for a couple of those first down completions in front of him on that drive.
He's a really fine athlete. He's going to turn into a superb cornerback. There's no question about that. They've got a real good one.
When he's playing this well with this much poise as a rookie, you can only wonder how far he's going to go in his league.
2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Craig under pressure throws, and of all things has it intercepted by Jason Fisk.
John Randall. Boy, did he get in the Bears backfield in a hurry.
And so the Vikings are back in business. 3:02 left in the fourth.
John Randall, the quickest defensive tackle in the NFL. Boy, does he explode. He's the second guy from the top. He takes the outside on the rookie Valerio, and he hits Dave Craig's right arm as he throws that football. And Jason Fisk comes up with it. He does a nice job concentrating on it. Pretty good for a defensive tackle. But again, all John Randall.
There have been better play calls in the history of the National Football League than that one.
Yeah.
Trying to take some time off the clock on a 2nd and 10, and apparently trying to set up a middle screen.
You know, Fisk had a broken hand and just got a cast taken off his hand. That was a timely cast removal.
First down, Minnesota at the 49-yard line. They have all of their timeouts and the 2-minute stoppage. And Johnson throws in his double coverage downfield. Reed, the intended receiver. Monday Night Football from Minneapolis is being brought to you by the complete line of 1997 Lincoln and Mercury automobiles. Pennzoil Motor Oil, first to fully achieve the tougher 1997 GF2 performance standard. Brewery Fresh Bud Light reminds you that fresh beer tastes better. And Southwest Airlines, with fares so low, you have the freedom to go places. 2nd and 10, 2:57 to go. Bears lead 15-13. Pressure. Slings it incomplete, and Chris Carter drops it and then kicks it.
He was frustrated. Brad Johnson, he got the blitz picked up. They protected him real well. Carter was wide open. He read the blitz, and Brad Johnson just threw it too low to handle. Good pickup. Steps back up. Carter's wide open. Throws the ball too low to handle.
3rd down 10 now from the 49 of the Bears. Only a 3-man rush this time. So Johnson with a ton of time and finds the open man. Jake Reed at the 32-yard line. Catch number 11 for Reed. Career high.
Right now in Chicago, they're saying, oh, great, the prevent defense.
And Reed still down.
He held on to the football. He knew he was going to get hammered. He did, but he really got twisted.
Brad Johnson had all the time he wanted back in the pocket. The Bears not even close to getting a sniff with only the 3-man rush. And Reed gets hit by 3 different people.
Carter, Minter, and Marshall.
Yep. Ooh, and he got his right leg caught.
Leg twisted back underneath him.
Sure did.
And that's the one they're looking at.
The artificial surface very unforgiving when a foot is caught back underneath like that. The grip is pretty solid.
Injury timeout with 2:36 left in the fourth.
The choice between a sedan and a wagon used to be quite simple. You choose the sedan if you wanted style, the wagon if you wanted more room. That is until Mercury came up with the stylish Sable wagon and the roomy Sable sedan. So to make the choice a little easier for you, we gave them both the same affordable price. Problem solved.
Imagine yourself in a Mercury.
Pennzoil technology leads the way again. Pennzoil 97 blows away competition by being first to fully achieve 1997's tougher GF2 motor oil performance standard that requires higher fuel efficiency, reduced volatility burn-off, full-time protection against high-rev foaming. Don't wait. Get tougher GF2 motor oil performance for your car today. Get Pennzoil 97 and get it now.
And now from Paris, from Milan, from St. Louis.
Introducing a new look from Budweiser. Born on dating. It's the day your Bud was born, because fresh beer tastes better.
Nice label.
Thanks.
ABC Monster Bash. For Halloween, Drew's dressed up as Mimi.
Trick.
For what?
Nothing. Just trick.
Catch an all-new Drew Wednesday.
Aerial photography tonight provided by Goodyear as we look at downtown Minneapolis. Those skyscrapers not far from the Metrodome, which right now watches the Vikings. This big crowd, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Jake Reed assisted off the field. And this is Charles Evans probing the middle and picking up a yard to the 30. And this is going to take us down to the 2-minute warning as they work on Jake Reed, who's had 11 catches tonight for 153 yards. 2 minutes to go in Minneapolis, where the Bears try to hold on. Chicago 15, Minnesota 13. Game for the Vikings tonight, 11 yards. The team has been in existence for 36 seasons. The team record low 18 yards against the Cardinals 2 seasons ago. Scott Sisson getting ready because it could be up to him to give them the lead and potentially win the game here, as Minnesota has a 2nd and 9 at the 30. They have all of their timeouts left. 2 minutes to play. Bears by 2. And Brad Johnson in relief of Moon has it dropped by Amp Lee, covered by Marty Carter. 3rd down and 9.
It would have been far from a first down, but it also would have been another 3 or 4 yards for Scott Sisson, shortening up that field goal attempt.
Every couple of yards, I think, are precious yards. They can keep the kicker from having to try to drive the ball so much. You get back towards that 50-yard range and you lose a little elevation.
Now 3rd and 9, there's a whistle before the snap.
You lose a little elevation in pursuit of distance.
That's when you get it blocked.
Who goofed, Tom? We need to know.
I've heard that line somewhere before.
Yes.
Illegal shift, number 82 and 80 on the offense. There's no penalty for that because the ball is killed prior. False start, number 80 offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Huh? Well, the bottom line is there were 2 penalties against Minnesota, but the one didn't count because there was a false start that killed everything. That was against Chris Carter. The 12th penalty of the night for Minnesota, and a costly 5 yards.
And Johnson now fumbles as he gets sacked at the 35-yard line. The ball was knocked out by Brian Cox. It's the second time Cox has extracted the football from the quarterback in the last couple of minutes, and the Bears clearly indicating they have it, though no signal yet from the officials. Now we have one. Brian Cox with his biggest play as a Bear.
Boy, he stayed with it.
Stripped it there.
Yep. He jumped around the block of Charles Evans, stayed with it.
And he gets in, fights for it, pulls it out.
Well, it's called making plays. Some players make them, some players don't. Brian Cox just made a huge play for the Bears.
Forced it and recovered at the 35-yard line.
Right there, he dances around Evans, strips it.
And now the Bears, with the Vikings having to take their timeouts on defense, and all of a sudden through the middle goes Harris to the 48-yard line. And that'll screw up your defensive strategy when you let somebody ramble for 17 yards and a first down.
And the Vikes have to take a timeout.
You've got to take the timeout.
They had 3. That'll drop them to 2.
Yep.
And Dennis Green, if this game ends up being a Vikings loss, can walk into the locker room with the mantra, mistakes are killing us. Whether they be penalties or whether they be errors on special teams or in fumbling the football, the Vikings have self-destructed.
Just getting into the wrong formations.
75 yards worth of penalties tonight. 5 sacks Minnesota has given up. And Brian Cox, who's had an up and down season, and what else is new? Every season Brian has is full of highlights and lowlights and everything in between. Makes the biggest play of Chicago's season tonight.
Because you said at the top of the show, Al, their flame is still flickering.
It'll be burning, and they play Tampa Bay at home next week.
Of course, that's if they don't fumble the ball or turnover. Which...
Here's Harris, and then Fuller says, give me a timeout. That'll stop the clock with $1:23 to play. By the way, we can tell you can check out the NFL's new internet site for up-to-the-minute score, stats, and news from around the league. It's all there on NFL.com. 1:23 remaining, and, well, a picture is worth 1,000 words, especially that word.
Look that up on .com.
Yes. It's not very calm.
It's right there by despair.
Triple exclamation point.
Yeah, that's a different website that we know about. 2nd down and 6 at the 45-yard line. Harris. And he takes it to the 38, and that's a first down. And it hardly matters now. Clearly, when you're taking your timeouts on defense, you have to stop them.
Let's clean up a little business. Vincent Smith was ejected from this ball game. We weren't sure which Minnesota Viking hit him. It was Greg DeLong, the backup tight end, who came around and hit Vincent Smith. He was so upset by that, he went up to Tom White, the referee, and we are being told made contact with Mr. White, and that brought about the automatic ejection. On our angle, the contact was not enough that we could actually see Tom White jump backwards or anything like that, but in the referee's opinion, Vincent Smith made contact with him, and thus the automatic ejection. So just wanted to clean that up. In fact, Kenny Wolf's going to bring this up more. Take a look right at the 35-yard line right there. That is Vincent Smith. Now here he goes. DeLong goes around him right here. Whack, drops him right there as the play was clearly over. Smith upset, approaches White here now in the lower left. And right there, I guess, is a contact that Tom White said was enough to warrant his ejection.
And this game will end with a couple of kneel downs here, and Dennis Green will watch his team drop to 5-3. Losing 3 of its last 4. Dave Wannstedt, after that horrible loss to New Orleans, a game they blew 2 weeks ago, and 15 days between games. Well, we mentioned it at the top. He was very sanguine about this game. In fact, last night he came in and he said, I feel real good about this game. We match up well against these guys. I have a real good feeling about tomorrow's game.
And Dennis Green's words to us also come home to roost. I really worry about the Chicago Bears. They know how to beat us.
And we have to stop making mistakes, is what he also said.
And they did not.
Their game was mistake after mistake tonight.
And Minnesota loses its first home game in a year, or since a year ago on a Monday night, Chicago beat them 14-6 right here. So the Bears keep that flame alive. The Vikings drop to 2 games behind Green Bay. Detroit in the middle of the pack right now at 4-4 in the Central, as the Bears win it in Minneapolis by a score of 15-13. And tonight a total of 10 points were officially scored in the red zone. If this score matches the number under your Coca-Cola bottle cap or can tab, then you could be a winner. Sent to the address showing on your screen. Next week to California we go, to the Oakland Coliseum, where the Raiders, who won 3 straight, host the red-hot Denver Broncos. Good matchup on Monday night, a week from tonight. Chicago wins it by a score of 15-13. Now this is Al Michaels for Frank Gifford, Dan Deerdorf, and Lynn Swan saying good night from Minneapolis.
Thursday night on ABC Sports, Ekaterina Gordieva and Rudy Galindo make their pro singles debut in a star-studded competition, the first ever U.S. Pro Figure Skating Championships. ABC's Monday Night Football is on the web at abcmnf.com. Later, stay tuned for your late local news and ABC News Nightline over most of these ABC stations.